Hello, friends. I'm Bernard Watts. Thanks for tuning in to Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment, along with Rob the Man Media and Coach Dre. We have an exciting broadcast for you tonight. If you don't mind, pick up your phone, text someone, email someone, let them know. Come to YouTube on Sports Talk with BWatts page or Rob the Man Media page and tune into the show. But we just want to let you know that tonight broadcast is brought to you by Whitaker's Builders Supply in Jackson, Georgia. If you need lumber, windows, doors, sheetrock, roofing, bricks, cement block, nails, or more, contact Wayne Whitaker at 770-775-2086. That's Whitaker Building Supply. If you're a contractor, you need lumber, windows, doors, sheetrock, roofing, bricks, cement blocks, nails, or cabinets, contact Wayne Whitaker at 770-775-2086. They are the sponsor for tonight's broadcast, and we want to thank Wayne Whitaker for doing that for us. We appreciate him. I want to give a shout out to him. I know he's tuning in. He's been tuning in ever since we've been on the air. And I also want to give a shout out to my supervisor, Miss Mary Joe. Appreciate you for that. All right, all right. Let's see. Let's get down to the show. So can I get Raw the Man Media up and him and Coach Dre add him to the stage.
Yo, 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 yo.
What's up, buddy?
What's the word? What's the word? What's the
How's it going?
word?
Y'all doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
good.
sir.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Can y'all hear me?
Got
Yes,
you,
sir.
got you loud and clear.
All right. All right. Hey, man. Y'all had a good weekend?
Oh man, it was great, man. Shout out to the South Carolina Gamecocks, man. Coach Staley, you did your thing. Shout out to Caitlin Clark, hell of a season. I just want to give credit to the women's basketball because they have brought this sport to a new generation, to a new level that it's never seen before. So man, shout out to the women for doing their thing. Shout out for all the ladies that performed at a high level all season and in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Before we move on, Coach Dre, you got anything you want to say before we move on?
I mean, we just, just blessed and highly favored to be here. Just want to give a big shout out to the sponsor. Uh, we couldn't do this without y'all, and for the people that's watching, we appreciate all the love and support that y'all show. Myself, Robert, man, and my man B Watt.
All right. Appreciate y'all for that. All right. Hey, while you're on that subject, let's dive right into it. But y'all watch the game, man. But check this out now. Before we get to that championship game, let's go back to the Connecticut game. That that play where the referee made that call. I gotta ask you a question, and the chat also too. Did Connecticut get robbed on that call for that game? Start with you, Coach Ray.
I think you got to hold your whistle on that. I mean, you don't. The ref shouldn't decide the ball game. The ball game should be decided by the players. And when you put yourself in a position right then to control a basketball game, that's kind of tough. You know, who is to say what would have happened? I just wish that wouldn't have been a scenario to put a dark cloud over that semifinal game, because now it's like, do you think that UConn should have been in the national championship game?
Yeah.
And so that's the biggest question with everything, and it make it look like you want to have certain people in certain spots, and money don't let it fool you guys. Money pushes a lot of the envelopes.
Right.
But I just wish the referee would have held his whistle right there and not blew it.
What you think, Rob?
All I can say is you seen it from a mile away coming. It was just, it was just seeing it from just. I just kept saying. I said, I was just sitting back. I was watching the game with a group of people, and I said, "There's no way that Iowa is not getting to the championship game. I don't care what happened. When Iowa turned that ball over late in that game, I knew something fluky was going to happen to help Iowa win that game." just because they wanted the ratings. They didn't want UConn in there with South Carolina. They wanted Iowa versus South Carolina since you couldn't get LSU. So it was just, you just can see it coming from a mile away. But like I said, man, shout out to the ladies. Shout out to UConn. They played a hell of a season through
They
everything
did.
that they battled through, with all the injuries that they had, to get where they got to. Man, you got to just take your hands off to them, because it's a blessing to see what them ladies put in, the blood, sweat, and tears, and reaching that type of level with all the injuries they endured the entire season.
Man. Oh yeah, I agree with y'all. I think they got robbed, man. So, but it is what it is. Want to say congratulations to Don Staley and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Man, they didn't lose the game this year, so uh, the championship went where it's supposed to went. So, want to say congratulations to her, and I think she was an excellent coach. I hope some NBA team pick her up, or at least let her be assistant to bring some of her coaching skill to the organization. But anyway, we'll get
I'm
back in
gonna,
that later on
I'm
after the
gonna tell
show.
you this though.
What
There's
you
a
say?
coach out there named Tamika Reed that's Jackson State coach. Some Power Five need to go ahead and just give her a job, man, and start with the nonsense, man. She's a Power Five coach. She did everything that she's supposed to do at the HBCU, man. And put some respect on the HBCUs, man. She's done what she's supposed to do. She's dominated, and give her opportunity at the Power Five. That's all I got to say, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
You're right. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. But all right, let's get on with the show. Talk about Coach Brown and the Colorado Buffaloes. Before I want to get into the spring practice game, I just want to go back for a little bit. When Coach Prime announced that he was leaving Jackson State to become Colorado head coach, what was your reaction then, Rod? Start with you. What was your reaction?
My initial reaction was, I loved it because it was somewhere where it wasn't predictable, right? Every place that the possible places where he could have went, everything was predictable. Oh, what did he do here? Where did he do that? Going to Colorado and living in Colorado, it was just a breath of fresh air, right? Because you've seen the losing mentality, you've seen the style of players that they had on that roster. You've seen, the way the state of, they just wanted to win. They just wanted something in there that they can stamp on there. Just because the Broncos, how they look right now. And so they just wanted to breast for air. And I think, with having Coach Prime picking them, the hype just went to another level that Colorado wasn't ready for at the beginning. Now that it's happened, you got to start winning, right? You got people to believe in you. You got people to donate. You got people to shed light on Colorado and put them in a bigger round. But the initial the initial wave being in Colorado when it initially happened, it was exciting. It had the whole state in a shock, because nobody in the state thought it could be done. But they got the job done at the end of the day. You got to shout out to Rick George for getting it done.
Uh, I don't think I was shocked. I knew it was coming. I knew he was going to get a bigger job. I just didn't know it was going to be the University of Colorado. Um, I just thought that it was time for a change for him, uh, and for him to put his coaching skills and his way of coaching on a bigger stage, as for black, especially for black head coaches, because you don't get a lot of opportunities, not a lot of black head coaches, and I think we needed that. And so I was very pleased with Colorado taking a chance on a guy like Coach Prime, because like I say, this ain't his first time around the rodeo. And I think he's gonna show the world what he can do as a football coach and as a human being, but more of what he's doing for these young people as making them young men. You can't value that. Uh, like you say, even with Don Staley, you get what I'm saying. That's the kind of stuff you got to see, so that more black coaches can get those opportunities. And I think like I said, I was very happy. But I wasn't shocked. I just didn't think it was going to be Colorado. I thought one of the SEC teams or somebody else was going to try to pull the trigger first. But I'm just glad Coach Prime did what he felt was best, and I think Colorado was the best fit for him at that time.
All right. All right. We want to say thanks each and one of you who tuned in to the broadcast tonight. Also, thanks to the people who are putting their comments in the chat. Well, we hope you keep it going all night. We appreciate y'all hanging here with us. Promise I won't hold you long, but what, hour and 30 minutes, and we'll be off there. All right, check this out. I just had the spring game and spring practice rather, not the game. But then we've seen a lot of videos out there, and the spring game is approaching for prime time weekend. Coach Prime has named it prime time weekend. Would it be anything like the Super Bowl weekend, or what y'all think it's gonna turn out to be? You think Coach Prime gonna do it up? I heard he got Lil Wayne coming to perform.
I mean, anything you ever seen him do, he do it big. So what you expect is something that's gonna put on a show and gonna put on for the city of Boulder and his university and his kids. He's never done anything that's lackluster or under average. So I expect it to be, what his quality of perfection is. So I expect it to be an event. But at the end of the day, it's just more hype and more uh, eyes for these young men. You gotta like that. You know what I'm saying? That he's taking the step out again. He's doing it his way. He's not doing it the conventional way. He's not letting nobody change the way he thinking or the way he want to do things. He gonna do it his way, and for that you got to stand up and applaud. For that you got to stand up and applaud.
When you look at Prime Weekend, it's gonna be electrifying. Everything that anything that nothing is impossible that could happen that weekend. I'm just gonna say that nothing is impossible. Uh, the celebrities who you could see that weekend in Boulder, it could be at a whole nother level. Something that you haven't seen nowhere else. So just get ready. For those who can make it to Boulder, I know everybody won't be able to make it to Boulder, and I wish it wasn't on Pac-12 Network and it was on a bigger stage where everybody can see. But that's just the nature of how everything is, right? Just because the Pac-12 had the rights, and that was just basically a way to them generate money before Colorado leaves, because they have to wait till August 1st until they can wash their hands completely with the Pac-12 Network, and that's the only thing that sucks about it. But when you look at it in generosity, it's going to be one crazy, impactful weekend for the University of Colorado. They're going to generate a lot of money, and you just hope that everybody has a great time and nobody does any knucklehead stuff. That's all.
Mhm. I just had a spring practice game this weekend. Well, off me to show some videos, and some players were standing out to me. What y'all think about Michael Welch, the running back? I seen some plays, man. This dude look like he's the one, boy. Wait, hey, Coach Drake. Hey, but like the show says, can he help us win? Can Michael Welch, the freshman from Georgia, from the state of Georgia, can he help us win?
I'll go first. When you look at short distance goal line situations, you can see Michael Welch and Savion Wilkerson in that spot as our short down distance. So the ability to can he help us win? He can definitely help us in short yardage to help us win games. He can definitely help us at the goal line. One thing I know about Prime, he don't care if you're a freshman or if you're a senior. If the opportunity is given, and you better go produce. And if you show that you can produce, hey, you gonna play. So that's one thing you can say about Coach Prime, you can and Coach Hart. I mean, not Coach Hart. Running backs, not Coach Hart, because everybody been on them. But it just goes to show you that Prime will get opportunity. He's gonna leave it up to his position coaches, right? At the end of
Right.
the day, he's gonna leave it up to his position coaches. But if you go in there and you put the work in and you grind out and you earn your reps, you're gonna have opportunity.
Okay. All right. And also in the video, man, that Shiloh look like he on another mission, man. What? He taking out his own player, man. I think Shiloh trying to get that first round draft pick. What you think about Shiloh so far this year?
I love the message he put out. Let's just start with the message that Shiloh put out. For
Right.
those, I always tell people, you never know who's tuned in to the show. You never know who's watching this or that. And so when you go and run your mouth, you better have facts to back it up what you're saying. You better be reliable. Because one thing about it is they're gonna check your background. They're gonna check to see who you are. They're gonna check to see who you know. So when Shiloh addressing people about his PFF and how many touchdowns he actually gave up, how many missed tackles he gave up, that's him going to him just going to show you that when you come at a Sanders, you better have your facts right. You better stand on business. Is what we got. The shirt that the hoodie that me and Coach Ray got on. You better come in there and stand on business and be right about what you're talking about. Because if you're wrong, they're gonna call you out. And so, them boys are hearing everything, and this go for the entire team. They're hearing everything that everybody is saying, the negative, the good. They keeping receipts on everything. So, hey, if you got something to say and you want to put your face to it, do that. But what I'm telling you is, if you wrong, you better have your face in the camera and be able to take whatever comes with it. So, Charlotte's definitely coming out to set a presence that you can't take him off the field.
Right.
And that's one of the things that you gotta love, that he's trying to step up and be that leader, which Charlotte is healthy. He actually had a good off season where he was able to train and get his body right. So you're seeing a different level of Shiloh this season as he prepares to get to the NFL, that you didn't see last year, right? The biggest ground on, Shiloh was, he didn't like he can cover, he didn't look like this, he didn't look like that. Well, he truly wasn't fully 100% healthy. This offseason he is. So now you're really getting to see this from the start of what it could look like. And so all you want to do is just keep building every day, brick by brick, and we're gonna get that. But go ahead, Coach Dre. He just jumped off.
Went up again. Okay. Also, I was checking out the video. Also, man, this linebacker named Brandon Gant. Well, he was flying all over the field too, man. He looked good, Rob.
Yeah. So Big Gant, that's one of my guys. I talked about last year. He's a transfer from Florida State. His biggest thing was, he just got here late last year. And once he got here, and then it took for him to get clear with all the medical stuff, and by then he really didn't play. So they basically redshirted him for last year. And so now you're seeing a healthy version of him. So a lot of these players that were hurt last year, they getting healthy.
Okay.
And now you're starting to see, okay, what would have happened if we truly had him last year? Now you're starting to see the vision of why we brought some of these guys in, because you didn't get to see them at a high level. And that's that's the biggest piece of it is a lot of people look at these players and they so judgmental, but you got to ask yourself, was that player truly healthy, or were they trying to help the team win and risking their career longevity because they're trying to help the team win? A lot of these players got shut down middle of the season to save eligibility so they'll be able to play this year because they had a plan. Well, you're not healthy. You can't help us win right now. We're going to shut you down. We're going to give other people opportunity, for the future that possibly wouldn't have the opportunity if you were healthy. So with BGAT, you're just another player that you're getting to see on the stage fully healthy from the beginning of the season, being able to work out with the team from the beginning of the season, not coming in mid-summer, late summer, have to go through medical and get cleared. You're starting to see it all line up.
Yeah. Coach Ray, you back? Can you hear?
Dre, you there?
You there?
Y'all can
Okay, we talking about B Gant, the linebacker. I say he was flying
y'all
all over the field. What you think
can
about
hear
it?
you. Yep. Go ahead, Papa. Yeah, my Wi-Fi. Yeah, my Wi-Fi
You
acting
hear
up.
me? Go. I was telling
Go
Rod,
ahead.
I was
Yes, sir.
looking at the video that Well Off Media put out. B Gant, man, that joker looks like, boy, he was flying all over the field on the Tigers, man. What you think about B Gant?
I mean, he a ball player. I mean, I think
Coach, you
I
breaking
think
up.
the kid
Go straight breaking
that
up.
might been a little hurt last year, healthy. He didn't had a full all season. So I expect big things from him. I expect big things from the linebackers. Period. I think uh, you gonna
His audio ain't working right. He froze up.
see
Yeah,
you.
bros. I thought I
Okay.
was.
All right. All right. All right. Okay, Rod. Hey, Rod, check this out. Rod, for the Colorado to be successful this year, uh, let's look at the three major additions to this team that Coach Ryan brought in should have an
Gonna see a
impact on the
match.
team. What three players you think gonna have a major impact for Colorado to win this year? Just three players.
I'm gonna go.
Chat, y'all help us out too.
I'm gonna go left tackle Jordan Seaton.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta have him number one on the list, right? Left tackle is the most important position for Colorado. The
Right.
backside to Shedeur. Um, D line. Um, I'm gonna go with Carter on the defensive line. Big Carter. He's the one Coach Brown was talking to. That he's gonna give a couple of
Brandon
weeks off
Carter.
to rest. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, that's gonna be huge. So offense, I'm saying one offense, one defense, and then the third is got to be a Travis Hunter. You got to have Travis Hunter healthy. Those are my three key pieces to the season.
Okay. Uh, really flawed said linebackers, all of them. You know her, Rob?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. We thank her for the comments, but I agree with her too. Linebacker, you right. All of them. She said all of them. But like I said, Jordan C. I like Jordan C. Man. I think he done came a long way, man. Matter of fact, he doing better than I thought he would. I thought they were gonna try to hold him out and let him get his feet up under him. But shoot, man, they put him right out there in the fire, boy. Look like he don't survive this thing, boy.
I mean, one of the things that you love about Jordan Seaton, you see the work being put in. No matter where he's at, what city he's in, what state he's in, he's putting the work in. And whatever he does in his personal life outside of that, you seen him put the work in. You seen it on tape. You seen it on film. As reps go on, driving, players back, 7 to 10 yards. So
Oh yeah.
so when you see this, it ain't just talk about, oh, he's the top offensive lineman. He's going out and proving why he's the top offensive lineman. And not just proving it, he's showing you day in, day out that he's sitting back and he's putting the extra reps in. Whatever his assignment is, he's putting in more after and before practice. So that's one of the things that you really got to truly love about when you see a guy like Jordan Seaton, is you're seeing a kid with the ability, the talent, but not just going out there and living to, his ability and talent. He's putting extra work to show people that he's really bought into this process, and he wants to make sure everything that's being said about him, you gonna see him and you gonna notice everything about this kid.
Uh, what about LeJohntay, Miss Williams, Crystal Wise Williams? What do you think about LeJohntay, Coach Ray? Think gonna make a major impact this year for Colorado to win?
You're a Florida boy. We built for this. We got to get it. He he's already proven, and he wants to go ahead and show people he can do it on the bigger stage. So I don't have I have no quarrels with him. I just think he's gonna get better and better as the year go on. Uh, gonna get a little bigger, a little stronger, a little faster with Coach Mo training system. So I don't think we have no problem. I see him in the slot, and I see him on the field a lot. Um, he one of my guys to go between for 800 to 1,000 this year.
Yeah, I think he's gonna lead. I think he's gonna lead Colorado in receiving this year, especially in that slot. The way he come out of them breaks, shoot, man, he know how to run a route, man. And once he catch it, he gone. But check this
No,
out. Look at that,
no,
Mark. That's Hodge. Okay, he said Hodge. All right. Hodge gonna be a good one too. Check this out. Uh, Shedeur Sanders. Why Shedeur is not getting the respect that he should be getting as a quarterback in college football from these big networks and platforms? Why you think that is? Started off Coach Dre, and I saw where he brought Caleb Mathis gold chain. I saw that. That was a good kick. That was a good look.
I mean it's because of us, and I'm talking about us. It's because of us, because we put the narrative out there that uh, Coach Prime playing daddy ball, and Coach Prime only doing this because it's his son, and Shedeur couldn't go to other schools and start, and it's just a messed up narrative that just ain't the truth. Go back and look at the man offers when he came out of high school. He had every offer in the country. Uh, he could go to probably multiple schools right now, SEC, Big Ten, whatever, and be the
Yeah,
starting quarterback, hands down when he walk in the door. But we put out the narrative that Coach Prime playing daddy ball, and he just making that's why he going places just to make sure his son can play quarterback and stuff like that, and so it's just that's the narrative. But Shedeur Sanders has went out and showed you that many quarterbacks that played behind what he had to play behind last year, they wouldn't have put up the numbers he put up. He still put up his average. When we talked about the average last week, he still put up the average of what he would normally put up. So but he not phased. He gonna keep working. He gonna keep grinding. He gonna keep showing people and trying to prove people wrong. And that's all you can ask from your leader and your quarterback. So I mean, it's just the narrative that we set because nobody else said it. We have.
what you think, Rod?
He's a Sanders baby. That's all you gotta know. Because he's the Sanders, man. Nobody's gonna give it to him. There's still when you go out there and you look, there's still people that's doubting can Shedeur get it done at this level, right? Based upon last season. But it's like when you comparing play, a lot of times people are comparing player to player, and it ain't the same situation. And so when you see what Shedeur did with the offensive line and a group of people that was around him versus what a lot of quarterbacks did, yeah, it's going to look night and day because you're talking about different skill set of players that people had it, other people didn't. I just want you to take whatever quarterback you like and put them behind that offensive line from last year and see what they do.
Right.
That's going to tell you a lot, and a lot of people don't think about that. But he just gets a bad narrative just because he's a Sanders, he's Deion's son. And if you put him up there, now the narrative is because he's Deion's son and this, that, and the third, and they don't look at the player and the production of what he did, or go and watch the film and see. Right? Some people see it, they just don't want to give him credit. So now it's just a motivation every day just to come and just step on people's toes. Every day. I'm him. I'm him. I'm coming
Yeah.
for whatever's needs to be. I'm gonna go out and show you. When I came out and told you, hey, no disrespect. I believe I'm the top quarterback. He want to come out there and prove it. Now you got better protection around you. So now the wins have to show. If we said the offensive line is a lot better, now the wins got to back it up. And those are the things that you gotta take into account. But it's just a lot of people, man, that just he's a Sanders, and like Coach Dre said, it's our own kind that's stopping him from really getting the noise that he should get.
Right. I've got a question right here about Travis. What y'all think about Sharp and the number two behind number two? I think he's looking good. He's looking pretty good in practice so far, but I don't know if he's gonna be number two.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a battle for number two right now between him and Walter. But I think he probably in the driver's seat because he's been there. But
Right.
Walter has been and been really throwing the ball around, putting the ball on point. He's had some nice balls in the videos that we've seen. So I just think it's not a clear number two right now. If you was to ask me, was it a clear number two? I don't think it's a clear number two behind Shedeur. I think him and Stobbs right now are battling for number two. But I like Walter. He's a great kid. I think when people go to asking us about next year and quarterback, I just think we might have a quarterback already on our roster that's ready. And I like I said, I like the Walter kid. So I don't know if Stobbs is. I'm pretty sure if you ask Coach Prime right now, if Stobbs the number two, he might tell you that. I don't know, but I just know that Walter is really pushing for to play.
I'm taking Walter Taylor. There's no disrespect on Ryan Staub. I think he's a good serviceable backup, but I'm just going with Walter Taylor. I'm going with the potential. I'm always going to take the potential, the abilities, to put him in at quarterback, put him in some packages. Whether you get put him a Cam Newton package or a Tim Tebow at the goal line package where he jumped on for touchdowns or something like that. When you got a kid with that type of ability, that type of frame, you got to put him on the field and utilize him. And so I take that type of stuff into account when I'm looking at the backup quarterbacks. But Walter Taylor does have the physical abilities to be the backup quarterback, and I think a lot of people forget about that. If you take away, his grown man, size versus when you're looking at him versus Ryan Staub, I just like his ability. I like his touch on his deep balls. He's made a lot of great throws in the springtime, and I just think he just keeps building on to it. And now that he has the opportunity to really show what he can do differently than what he did at Vanderbilt, I think he's got a great opportunity. But there's no clear number two just yet.
Coach Dre, what's your assessment of the coaching staff Coach Brown put together this year compared to last year?
I think I think he had to hurry up. Sometimes when you hurry up, sometimes you might not do the due diligence that you need. Not that I believe he did. I just think I know he just had to hurry up and put him a staff together. And because he had to hurry up because recruiting and signing day was coming up, and he needed to be able to tell recruits that who was going to be here and who was going to be there. I think this year it's guys that he trusts. Like when you hear the big man say, "I just couldn't sit on the couch no more and watch my brother struggle like this, and knowing I could come and help him." Them the kind of guys you want. Uh, when you get Warren Sapp to get up off his sofa and go get his degree so he can come help you, like you can't ask for nothing more. That's genuine love. That's genuine care. That's genuine. I want to make a difference. So I love this staff he got this year. Livingston, again, if you close your mouth and you listen, Coach Prime will continuously tell you what you want to hear. And it's
Right.
about loyalty. And so you go out and you get a defensive coordinator who's moved himself up uh, the ranks from being a scout to being a position coach some of the best DBs in the country. And it's people that he trusts, people that's in his inner circle who can speak up for Mr. Livingston. And then, like you say, just like I tell you people about Rob, I'm gonna rock with you till the wheels fall off. When you got Mathis and you got Hart and guys like that you believe in, and then you go out and you get a coach like Coach Field, and you go back and get your receiver coach from Jackson State. So all these guys have already coached with Prime. They know what he expects, and they want him to succeed. It's more about more about the group and not about them as a coach. And like I said, you can't preach that and not teach it. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people
Right.
don't get that. You can't preach it and not teach it. And I think that's what Coach Prime got in his coaching staff right now.
What you think, Rob? What you think about the coach staff put together?
When I look at this coach staff, I think Prime, hit a lot of areas of need this all season with the coach he has brought in. I don't just look at just the on the field coaches. I look at the support coaches that he brought in. That's going to help him make his job easier. I look at the recruiting coordinators that he's brought in. you know, from different places that can help him. You know, and he just he brung in some ladies from different places to help, you know, him in certain areas. So when you look at the staff overall, some of the areas and the deficiencies that Prime seen last year,
Yeah.
he fixed some of those issues this year.
Right.
Now it's about, all right, how do we get everything to glue together and make this one big puzzle and get the job done? So when I look at the coaching staff, I don't just look at the coach staff prime symbol of on the field coaches. I look at the whole big picture of the support staff, the recruiting coordinators, and he's did a hell of a job. But it's like I said, it's you got to go win now, right? You can assemble it,
Right.
but it's time where uh, to put everything the pieces together and win now. You know, and we're gonna see how all those things, you know, play itself out. And I know a lot of people don't believe in the staff or don't believe in the recruiting coordinators and what they got. But just know this team ain't finished adding players. This team ain't finished with understanding what the deficiencies of this team is to go get pieces out of the portal. So don't count your eggs too early.
Okay. Okay. But I like what he done did this year, man, because it's way better than what he had last year to me. Especially in them in game decisions where they couldn't make no adjustment during the game, especially on defensive side. But it remained to be seen will they be able to do it this year, and I believe they will. But check this out. Let's talk about that safety position back there. Rod, I want you to take Cameron, Simeon, Craig, Coach Dre. You the lawyer for Travis J. Make a case on which one should be the starter.
I'll
Go
go
ahead, Rod.
first.
Start it off.
I'll go first. I'll say this. I don't count out Herm Smith, number 6. Don't count him out the picture. If an injury or something happens, Herm Smith is gonna be back there playing. And he's gonna get a lot of time back there. But when you look at Cam understands the process. He understands what Coach Prime want, play, playing with Coach Prime for forever.
Right.
So what you getting out of Cam is you're gonna get a player that's always gonna be solid, always gonna be fundamentally sound, always gonna understand what's going on around him. He's gonna study the playbook. He's always coming in with that scrappy mentality because he understands that people still doubt his abilities. He's fighting for draft position too. So, you know, everything he's done is going to be on a different microscope this year, too. So, when you look at, you know, us losing between 30 to 40 players, you know, hey, this is it. So, Cam just coming down and just showing the world that, hey, I'm here. You're going to see 7 flying all over the field. You're going to see 7 making plays. No matter what game it is, who we go up against, you're going to see 7 on that field. And he's going out there and show you what it is right now. Can you, can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Okay. We'll come back to him. That's all right. You all right? But check this out, Rod. The last week we was talking about how many teams will make it out of the SEC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all kept saying 5 teams will make it out of the SEC, and
Yep.
I still can't see it. Now, if Colorado go 9-3, do you still think? Now, hear me out, Rod. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Help me out, chat. Help me out, chat. Help me out. Look, if Colorado go 9-3 and 6 teams in the SEC go 9-3 and up, like 10-2 and 10-1. Out of that 9-3 team in the SEC, will you think the committee will pick them over Colorado? Y'all help me out, chat. What y'all think? Big LT, talk to me, Big LT. If Colorado go 9-3, right? If Colorado go 9-3, do you think? And let's say LSU go 9-3. Do you think the committee will pick LSU over Colorado with Coach Prime? I don't believe they will. What y'all think? Right, everybody having problems with the mind. But like I'm saying, I believe Colorado can still get in at a 9-3 record because I don't think the SEC gonna put 5 teams in. I just really don't. Hey Bernard, just saying. Dr. McIntyre is just saying, hey, I don't know the answer to that. Okay, but I'm just saying, who they said that? Miss Really said they have to be 10-2. You really think they got to be 10-2? Why they got to be 10-2? Why they just can't be 9-3? And let's say they still in second place in their division, and LSU is up there fighting with everybody else in the SEC. You still don't think that they can make it
All
to
right,
the
so
playoffs?
sorry, my bad. I don't know what
No,
just happened, but I'll answer the question, right? If
she said,
Colorado goes,
She said they got to go 10-2 to make playoffs. I disagree with that, but I ain't saying ain't nothing wrong with what she's saying. But I still think if they go 9-3 and finish second in the Big 12, oh man, y'all
they
killing
have
me with that.
if they finish 9-3, they got to win. They have to win the Big 12 to get in. That's the only way. Because if
But you
you
got
stack
other
up,
teams in the SEC might go 9-3. They got to play one another.
but you got to look at the resume, the strength of schedule. It ain't gonna compare. It's not gonna compare. You have to. You're gonna have to go 10-2 or better. Like that's the only way you're gonna get in. If Colorado goes 9-3 and they're not the champions of the Big 12, it's just not gonna happen. It's gonna be too hard because when you're not just counting the SEC, you got to count the Big 10 too also, and those are the things
I
that you got to
understand
take into
that. But
account.
you're getting 12 teams in though, right?
Right. So for me, I've coming down to about 4 SEC schools now, and I've added another Big 10 school in. I got the whoever plays in the championship game for the Big 10, those 2 teams in, right? I got
Okay.
whoever plays in the SEC champion, whoever plays in that game, because there ain't no divisions no more. So that's 4 teams right there out of those 2
Okay.
schools, right? So they're gonna take whoever's the third best in the SEC and the third best in the Big 10. Okay, so that's right there. That's 6 teams. Then you got the Big 12 championship. That's 7. You got the
Right.
ACC championship. That's 8. So now you're down to 4 schools. Whoever the best P5 school is gonna get an automatic bid. So now you're down to 3 schools. Who's gonna have the best record out of those 3 schools? That's what you got to look at.
Right.
And so now you got to take into account when it comes out to the 3 best schools, what does Notre Dame look like? Because they're an independent conference. So with
I
that
expect
being
them to be
said,
in since they're independent. I expect them to be in.
okay, so now you're down to 2 schools. Who gets it?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. If they
So,
9-3, and there's gonna be some more teams in the SEC 9-3,
but
and they
but
already
this
got 4 teams in, you think they'll pick a 15 over Colorado and they came in second?
strength of schedule. But also keep in mind what happens in the ACC with Clemson and Florida State, right? We all expect
Right.
Miami to win the championship. But
Right.
what happens if Florida State or Clemson have a better season than most people think they are? Now you're going to do you take Clemson? Do you take a Florida State? Or do you take a Colorado in that instance, right? Overtaking LSU, Ole Miss, right? That's gonna be the scenario. That's gonna be pretty much probably the 4 teams that Colorado have to battle to get in for 2 spots. Strength the schedule
But
is gonna play the key piece in it all.
you don't think their schedule is more competitive than any other teams over there in the SEC, ACC?
they're going to be ranked higher. That's going to be the bottom, because it's going to come down to rankings at the end of the day. That's how they're going to do it. It's going to come down to rankings. And when you got people, when it comes down to ranking systems and you got a committee, it's going to be about who you know and money, right? If you're looking at the money side, you're putting Colorado in. It's not even nothing to think about. You're going to put Colorado in because you know it's going to generate money, right? Wherever they
Exactly.
finish.
That's what I'm saying.
But also, if it's coming down to who's the best looking team on the field at that moment in time, right? You're
Okay.
saying 9-3. Are they coming off a loss or are they coming off a win to get that 9th win? That's going to play a part too. Versus what is this other team doing at 9-3? Who are their 3 losses versus who's Colorado 3 losses? Those things you got to take into account. Because if, say, Colorado beats the best teams but then loses to the subpar teams, they're going to take that into account when you look at LSU, because they probably lost to a Texas or Georgia or Ole Miss, right?
Right.
Those teams are higher in the rankings. So if they lost to a team that's higher in the rankings and you lost to subpar teams, you can't. It ain't even nothing to compare in that situation. You're gonna put an LSU in that sense. So that's why it does matter who they play, because it's all set up for that the SEC and the Big Ten to have more teams in.
Okay. Coach Dre, let's stay in the
I
ACC
mean,
for a few minutes.
okay.
Let's stay in the ACC. Syracuse. Coach Fran Brown. Think he's gonna be able to compete with Miami them this year over there?
I think it's gonna take him a year, but I believe in him. I believe in what he's teaching. I believe in what he's preaching. I think he got a heck of a football staff. That's my second team this year in college. I love Coach Brown. I love Coach Nick. Coach Nick was, I really wish he could have stayed, but I understand why he went. But I think you got to give Fran another year, another good recruiting class, and then I think he'll be ready to compete in the ACC. I don't like if he comes out and does some stuff this year. I won't be surprised, but I'd be shocked. But I think he needs one more year. So this year is just I think a learning experience, getting his feet wet. If he can get 6 wins and get bowl eligible, I'll be ecstatic for him. Um, but I think it's gonna take him. I think it's gonna take him another, just one more year of another good recruiting class, and also the transfer portal. So that's what I got. But I love Coach Brown.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do a phenomenal job at University of Syracuse.
Yeah. Rod, what you think about Coach Fran Brown, the Syracuse? They gonna be able to compete over there this year?
He about a year or two away. I love what he did with his coaching staff. I love the mentality that he's bringing to Syracuse. Is something that they needed, something they haven't had in that program. So what he's going to do, my expectation for him is just get him just improve on the bowl, right, from what they did last year. Um, and just keep building. They're going to get the recruits up there. They have a team that can recruit. A
Right.
lot of their position coaches can recruit. They came from wherever they came from. They recruit at a high level. No matter what position coach he has on his staff, they recruit at a high level from the previous school. So he's definitely going in the right direction. You just want to see him build. You just want to see him continue to grow. And you just wish him nothing but the best, because at the end of the day, as he's more successful, we get more opportunities. And that's the picture that I look at in this situation is how many more opportunities does it open the door for this to be more diverse, right? It's not about if you're a black coach, a white coach, anything like that. It's more about let's make the game diverse, right? And let's bring in young blood to show that, hey, there's people that can really do this, that can really lead people in a different manner than what we look at and what we see on an everyday basis. But because we so still caught up in the 1940s, we can't change and we can't elevate. And so you just want to see elevation and bring in new life and new blood and new interest into the sport. Because the only thing that's really brought interest into the sport is really sports betting, which turned into NIL, which is turned into a
Right.
headache.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. So how do you make this thing relevant for people to tune in and really watch. I can't say more people probably going to watch Syracuse than they ever did in their past because more people
Right.
going to be interested to see what does it look like. Being that you like some of your stuff has came from Georgia, what does that system look like that you're building in Syracuse?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking for. I'm definitely gonna be checking them out just to see how they do because he came from my home state, Georgia. But Coach Dre, on 12 teams, let me visit last week. Help the chat out, the ones who weren't here last week. The 12 teams you had going way too early to playoff.
Uh, from the SEC, I had Texas, Georgia, Missouri, LSU, Ole Miss. From the ACC, I had Miami. From the Big Ten, I got Ohio State and Oregon. From the Pac-12, I got Utah
The Big
and
10, the Big
Colorado
12,
because I Big
the
12.
Big 12.
I got Utah and Colorado, and then the uh, the the other school, whoever the other big school conference is, whichever I don't know who gonna win out of that because I haven't really looked at it like that. And then there's one open spot left, which it could go to an ACC team or it could go to a another Big Ten team. So that's what I
Who did
got.
you have winning the
But I
ACC?
still got 5 SEC.
Yeah,
Who's your
I
Miami
had
ACC?
won from
Miami winning the
ACC.
ACC.
So you still don't, no matter how it turn out,
Huh?
ain't but two teams from the Big 12 gonna make it.
Yeah. Whoever playing the championship game, and then whoever that is, they need to have some. They got to have decent records.
Okay. Okay, I go.
You got
We'll
to have.
see.
You get what I'm saying? Again,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the ACC is pushing to make a super conference. Like, let's not
Yeah.
sit back and act like these boys. They're gonna try to put their teams on display, and they're gonna try to
Right.
put them Big Ten teams on display. That's what
Right.
that's gonna be the call. So, like I say, it could be 5-3 there, but it just depends on how those Big Ten teams look.
Okay.
But
All right.
the SEC, if you losing to each other, it's just gonna be a wash.
Okay. All right. I just want to revisit that. I just want to make sure you still sticking with the team you said. But
Oh yeah, no doubt.
excuse me. Okay. All right. Hey, if you tune in right now, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make put a comment in the comment section and share the videos if you don't mind. Rod, check this out. Way too early. Way too early now. 5-4 college football. Even though we don't know the brackets. Let me hear your
Uh,
way too early. Then we'll go to Dre. And chat, y'all help us out too. 4 teams. You think
I'm
way too
going.
early?
I'm going Ohio State, Texas, Georgia. I'm gonna put Miami in there just because I just don't know how the bracket's gonna line up. If I had like a graphic, I
I
could
know. I'm
probably
just
do that.
saying. Yeah, right. I know. I know. I just want to see
But
where your
I
head
think
was at.
you end up getting two SEC teams, and you're gonna get one Big Ten team with a possibility. It might end up coming down to Big 12 versus the SEC. Honestly, for the Final Four, that's really how I really envision it probably coming down. If we was to pull out a bracket today and really break it down, it probably would come down to the SEC versus the Big Ten for the Final Four.
All right, Coach Dre.
I mean, what he just said is correct. That's what I got. If you just ask me right off the top of my head, I got Georgia, I got Texas, I got Ohio State, and I got Miami. And I got Ohio State and I
But
got Miami because they coaches me they gotta get there. They gotta get
Who that?
there. Ain't no ifs,
Who?
ands, and buts.
Who?
The Ohio State and the
Oh yeah,
Ohio
they gonna
State
fire him.
and
He's
the
gonna get
Miami
fired.
State.
Yeah.
I will say
They
this
gotta
though.
get there.
It
Now
depends on how
Miami,
much.
I like that picked up, but now Miami, well, they schedule kind of weak.
Well, see,
They
my
got
thing
weak
though
catches.
is it's going to determine about matchups because Miami catches like a Mizzou. Mizzou can get to the Final Four because
Who?
it's all about matchups of what Georgia going to do.
Missouri, University of Missouri.
University
Okay.
of Missouri, yeah. You kind of know what Georgia's going to do at a standpoint. You kind of know what Ohio State's going to do because they're pretty much neck and neck, and Texas. Them three are pretty much neck and neck with the best rosters in college football. The reason why you put Miami in there is because they have a quarterback this year, something they haven't
Oh yeah,
had.
can't. They got the
You know
second
what I'm
best.
saying? So they have the defense. The problem is could they score and keep up on offense and not make knucklehead mistakes and run the football? I think they have fixed those mistakes. But when you look at everybody potentially that could be in, now there could be a sleeper pick between Oregon and I'm just to the mind frame of Michigan is going to catch somebody this year. And most people count Michigan out. I don't think they're going to have a down year like everybody's projecting them to have. And so if they get the right matchup, it could be a whole different other story because they do have a great quarterback room. They still have
Okay.
pieces on the outside that can help them get the job done. They're going to always have an offensive line. They're returning the two best players that they had on defense that was all-stars in the championship game. They are returning them. So they're not going to be as bad as most people think they are. It's just the noise has calmed tremendously down because Jim Harbaugh ain't there. And so
Right.
that can still be a problem to be reckoned with. And I think people don't understand. And the head coach is there was offensive coordinator. So nothing changed. He just became the head man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Think logically about that. How much
Okay.
on the
I
defense
mean,
side?
it's a lot of stuff that needs to play out. But again, the format is now the four teams that win the conference championship, they automatically get a bye. The fifth team that gets the automatic bid is, like I say, it's gonna be a mid-major conference, and then it'll set up like that. Five gonna play 12, six gonna play 11. That's how they're set up. And whoever is the higher seed will play at home. They have the choice to play at home, so it'll be a home game. So you just don't know. Like that's the kind of setup. You just got to get in the dance. So that's my whole thing with
Yeah.
Colorado. I just want us to get in. I just want to
Just
get
get
to
it
the
now. You
dance.
never know what's gonna happen, man.
Just, you never know what's gonna happen once you get there.
That's right.
Here's my
Injury
two
gonna
sleeper
play a
teams.
big part of it.
Here's
What's
my
that,
two
Rob?
sleeper teams. My two sleeper teams this year is Michigan and Alabama.
Yo, two what?
Two sleeper teams is Michigan and Alabama because they can mess up a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, that's why I know.
those are my two
That's why I
sleeper
can't
teams.
understand why yeah, we see it. I just why I can't understand y'all keep saying y'all think five SEC teams gonna get in there when they gonna be battling each other. But that's okay. But here we go, Coach Drake. Check this out. University of Georgia play Texas this year. Who gonna win that game? That's gonna be a dog fight.
It's gonna be a dogfight, but I got the Bulldogs just because I just don't know what Texas is gonna do. But I like Texas. They got one of my kids on their team. I know he's gonna kill me about it, but I like Georgia just because of the experience in the SEC. But Texas is gonna give them everything they want. It'll be a 3-point game. It's gonna come down to who got the ball last. So whoever got the ball last, but I think it's gonna be Georgia. Just because I like what Georgia bring back on defense. I like what Georgia bring back on defense. I I like what Texas bring back on offense, but I just like what Georgia bring back on defense.
I'm from Georgia, but I got to ride with Texas, man. Texas that showed me a lot last year, man. I'm serious, bro. I'm from Georgia, but I just like what
But
Texas brought in, man.
they might throw you.
I'm serious, man. They got some
They might
talent,
throw
bro.
you out the state with that one. They'll be watch. They might throw you out the state with that one. They'll be watch.
Hey, I'm just saying. I just like what Texas doing, man. Rob, what you think, Rob?
See, this is the hard part for me is I got somebody that plays for the University of Texas. Got somebody that I rock with real hard that plays for the University of Texas that I know. I'm going with Georgia, but I got somebody that's close that I know personally that's close that plays for University of Texas. I ain't gonna say his name. Don't worry about it. Y'all ain't gonna know. But also
Hey, he
I
could be
got
watching.
but I also got close to a couple recruits last year that plays for the University of Texas that chose Texas over a certain school. I'm not gonna say who that school is, but a certain school. So it's gonna be tough. Like you said, I like the balance in Texas offense, the depth they have in each room for the quarterbacks, the running backs, wide receivers. Um, I'm still questioning about a couple spots on the offensive line, but overall they're gonna have a solid offensive line. Defense, they're gonna fly around. It's gonna look like an SEC defense. Um, but I just got to see them stop the run against some real dogs, and that's gonna be Georgia, and they're gonna be put to test. When it get down to the nitty gritty, can you stop Georgia from running the football to win game? And if you can, you'll win. If you can't, you're gonna lose because they can control the clock. But to me, honestly, it truly don't matter because them two probably gonna end up matching up back for the SEC championship. So you should get 2 rounds of them playing this season.
Okay. All right, guys. Hey. All right. That's all I got. It's rapid fire time. I know Coach Ray excited about this. Yeah. Yeah. Man, well, I had a
Long
sweat
as you
last week, Rod.
listen, long as you don't got him, as
I
long as you don't
had this
got him
man
picking
question, boy. He
wine,
bite their
you
head, boy. He
good.
said,
As long as you don't got him
all
picking
right.
wine, you're good now.
I just won't bring up about that wine no more. I ain't gonna put him out there like that no more. Boy, he said, well, B trying to get me, boy. All right, chat. If y'all don't mind, y'all hanging here with us. We ain't got long. We can do a segment of the show that called Rapid Fire. I just need one answer. When I ask you the question, chat, I hope you come along with us. And don't forget, it's brought to you by Whitaker Building Supply. If you need lumber, windows, doors, sheetrock, roofing, any kind of construction need that you need, contact Wayne Whitaker at 770-775-2086. Want to thank him for sponsoring tonight's show. All right, rapid fire. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go. Quarterback. Houston, Texas. C.J. Stroud. L.A. Chargers. Justin Herbert will win their division this year. Which quarterback will? Help me out, chat.
I'm going with CJ. I'm going with CJ Stroud. Going with CJ Stroud in the Texans. Just getting digs that's gonna help Jit out a lot. I'm going with CJ.
Oh no, I know you didn't say that.
Really flawed. Really flawed.
I know
I
you
guess
didn't
your
say that,
female. Your
Dre.
female said C.J. Stroud. Everybody
He
saying
said the
C.J.
he
Stroud,
said the
Travis.
Chargers.
The Chargers don't
He
have.
said the Chargers. Yeah, he said the
Yeah.
Chargers. He didn't say the Colts. He said the Chargers.
No, I didn't
He
say the
I
said
Colts.
the
I
know.
said
That's
Chargers.
what I'm
Chargers.
like.
Huh?
Yeah. That he
I
thought. No,
it's a
he
background
thought he
story, but a
said
lot
the
of people.
Colts.
I listen,
Yeah.
listen. Now, that's the reason why I was thrown off because he says CJ, and I'm like, wait a minute now, somebody in that division now. Not just joking, but now, before I answer this, man, chat, man, make sure y'all comment. Let us know as we do this rapid fire because we want to make sure that you guys are involved with the show as well. We're gonna put it up there. We're gonna put them comments up there. But I'm going CJ. But if you would put another team up there, you
Like
already
who?
know how we're rolling.
Like who?
He trying to put me in the
Hey,
hot seat. He ain't gonna
he
put me
gonna
in the
put you
hot seat
down.
because
I,
you
See.
know
I, I,
Hey, let's revisit what we did last week. This question: baseball. Who had the best baseball career? Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson. Start me
is
off, Rod.
I'm going Coach Prime, man. I'm going Coach Prime. I'm going Coach Prime. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
What?
Coach Prime. I mean, Bo didn't play. Bo didn't play for the World
Yeah,
Series.
Bo had a messed
Yeah,
up hip, man.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. You know, he didn't get to the
Hey,
World
B-Watts,
Series,
don't
so it's
get mad at me.
always gonna be Prime.
I was trying to put Coach Dre on the hot seat. You know, we the starting
I already know
quarterback
you.
is tough.
I already know. Hey, hey, Coach Brian could be listening now. You better be careful. Check this out. All right, R&B music group, 112 or Bars to Men. Can't pick one.
Ooh,
112 or Bars to Men.
I'm going Boys to Man.
I, I like 112. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I like 112. Boys and Men cool, but I like 112. I think
I like
put together the
112 too.
whole group.
I didn't know what the chat
I
answer
like
is on this one.
112.
What the
Yeah.
chat
I
saying?
got
I need to know what the chat's saying on this
All
one.
right, what the chat say? Help us out, chat. Bars to Men or 112? We just
What
need
y'all
one
say?
answer. 112 for me. I got 112 all day.
I said Boys to Men.
I King said 112. Stephen Woodley said Boys to Men. Travis said Boys to Men. Chris said Boys to Men, but I love 112. Really Florida. Man, that's close. It's close rank. Like, okay, 112 coming on. 112, you got Boys to Men.
Ooh.
J Dot. Boy, 112 walking them down. 112. That's what I like too. I like 112. I
I'm
like
riding with
112
one
on
of the
that.
men. Hey, let's
Hey,
do it.
which team would you like to see draft Shedeur Sanders as their quarterback? The Dallas Cowboys or the Los Angeles, the Raiders? The
Las
Raiders.
Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders. Help me out, chat.
man, Cowboy,
I know what he gonna
Cow,
say. I know what he gonna
Cowboy,
say.
Cowboy,
Cowboys.
Cowboy, Cowboy.
Give me the.
Cowboy.
I'm taking Las Vegas Raiders. What better place to put Shedeur Sanders as the guy, the mega star on the strip? You get to see him live in action. All the stars, baby. Bring them to Vegas, baby. Bring them to
Man,
Vegas, baby.
we
Hey,
American
I gotta
sports.
go with the Raiders on this one. I like to see him at the Raiders too, man.
Bring them. Hey, listen.
For
I'd rather
what?
see him in the. I'd rather see him in the.
For
Hey, listen.
what?
I'd rather
Yeah.
see him in the black
What you
and
mean
tan.
for what?
The Cowboy.
Hey,
Bring him on to Vegas, baby.
I like to see him in
Cowboy.
Vegas.
We American.
It'll make him more league, more competition. Competition. It'll be more competitive. Check this out. Here goes another question. All right. Starting with you, Coach Ray. Rapper. Ice Cube or T.I.? Who you got?
Mm.
Ice Cube or
Mm.
T.I.? T.I. watching
Man, I
now.
got
It's Georgia boy. I'm from
man,
Georgia.
I gotta
Ooh.
hey man, I gotta go with Tip Drill. I mean that you know that I grew up, you know what I'm saying, on Cube, but what
He said
T.I.
Ice
did
Cube.
when he came out when he came out, you got to give Cuban respect. He a pioneer of rap, but when you just come to lyrics and putting down music, you got to go with Ti.
Who you got, Rod?
I'm going Ice Cube. No Vaseline.
No Vaseline. God damn. Okay. All right, here we go. I don't leave that one alone. Here we go. Female rapper. Nicki Minaj or MC Light?
MC Light.
Oh man. Oh man.
MC
Oh.
Light or Nicki Minaj?
I'm gonna roll with Nick. I'm gonna roll with Nick.
Help me out, chat. Who y'all got, chat? Who you got?
I'm gonna roll with Nicki
All right.
Minaj.
All right, I'm gonna pull one from last week. I know Coach Dre gonna sweat again, but here we go. Yeah, I need an answer this time, Coach Dre. Hey, I don't see T Nicole. T Nicole ain't in here. You want red wine or white wine? Red wine or white wine? What you got? What you got, Dre?
Whatever they whatever they drinking, cause I ain't drinking it. It ain't gonna make me no difference.
Red wine, baby. Red wine,
You know
baby.
what I'm saying? It's not,
Red
it's
wine
Red
not
all the
wine
way,
really
is the
man.
no.
kid.
Yeah,
Say
I mean that's
what?
what y'all. Okay, if that's what. Yeah, but I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna be drinking none, so it don't. You know, it don't make me no
Okay, all
difference.
right. I'll put it down for the chat. They said red, neither, red,
Get
hope
that boy
wine.
red
Both
wine,
depends
man.
on where we're going. All right, check this out. Here goes a good question right here. Check this
Who
out.
said that depends on what?
Female group, rap and on R&B. I'm gonna name three. Which one you gonna take? Salt and Pepper, SWV, or Escape?
I'm going SWV.
Yeah, I'm going with Escape.
Escape. Boy,
I'm going with
you answer
Escape.
that quick. You must really like somebody in that group. Must be Ken.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, man. Listen, but they can. What I'm saying is, when they first came out, that was a full group of singers. This dude was a retard. And then when the thug
You
holiday
answer that
came
before
out,
I
what
even
she
got it
did?
out of my mouth, boy.
Oh yeah, Escape. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I mean, SWV a close second, but Escape.
They really good. Hey, the most explosive player in college football, Michael Vick or Reggie Bush?
Woo!
Come on with help me out, chat. Who was the most explosive? I ain't talking about who was the best player. I'm talking about whenever they hit that had that football in their hand, they
Push.
take that bad boy 80 yards in
I'm
no
going
time.
Reggie. I'm going
Who
Reggie.
who who was the most explosive?
I'm going Reggie, but that's a hell of a question right there. That's a loaded question.
Yeah, that I mean, I don't think it's a wrong answer. I'm gonna go
Just
with
in
Vic
college,
because
not
what
pros,
Vic
now
did.
college.
Yeah,
College. We're
yeah.
talking.
I'm just
Listen,
saying.
we're talking
We talking
college
about college.
football.
We ain't talking about the NFL. I'm talking
Yeah,
about in college.
we're talking about in college
Yeah.
football, not NFL college football. I'm taking
Right.
Reggie Bush. Now we talk
Oh yeah, but
NFL. I'm
I'm,
taking
I'm just
Michael
saying.
Vick.
Who you got?
No, no. I mean, you saw him play at Virginia Tech. You watched him. You watched him. Oh man, he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
man. You ain't. Yeah. It's Vic. It's Vic. You know, Reggie close
Hey,
second, but it's Vic.
listen.
I like Vic.
I'm taking Reggie Bush in college. I'm taking Michael Vick in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
got
talking
it.
about
Okay.
in college.
Yeah. That ain't,
College. Oh,
I'm just talking about in
it
college.
Bush there. Boy, he was on a different level, man.
But again, he had a 1-2 punch. Yeah, like
Every
and
time he touched the
that's no
ball, he
knock
was
on
taking
him.
the distance.
That ain't no knock on him or take away with none of his shine. But all the weight of the world was on Vic when he was at Virginia Tech. I mean, Reggie had Leonard, he had Lindell, he had other. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it was
I
so.
get
You couldn't just focus in on him when you came to Virginia Tech. You knew if you could stop Vic, you could win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
If Reggie had an off day, you could still, USC could still get a dub. If
But
Vic couldn't have an off day, so that's why I'm
but
going
see
with Vic.
me, I take Reggie Bush in all facets of like the punt returns, things like that. So I get, or if you're just talking just strictly offense and take out the special teams, I can get 1,000% why you go with Vic. Vic was just special, man, as a quarterback, and now you got to defend him running the option or just taking off. It was just different. It was a night day different when you seen Virginia Tech, and they had a defense to go with Michael Vick. So man, it was one thing to see in college, but I was looking at the overall player in that sense in college, and that's why I had went with Reggie Bush.
The best
I mean, it's
linebacker.
no. I don't think it's no wrong. I don't
Oh,
think
there
it's
ain't no
no
wrong
wrong
with it.
answer.
No. Hey, the best linebacker in college football, Ray Lewis or Brian Bosworth.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, it's Ray
Y'all didn't see
Lewis.
Brian Broswell
Ray Lewis.
at Oklahoma?
Yeah,
Bars was just a
I'm still taking
character.
Ray Lewis.
I didn't. Yeah,
Boy,
I
the
saw
Boswell, I
Alabama
don't know,
Miami get
boy.
spanked.
You
Yeah,
think Ray
I'm
Lewis was
going.
better than him in college?
What?
I,
I'm taking Ray
yeah,
Lewis.
he was just. I mean, the bar. What? I don't see what all the hype was behind him. I ain't like.
What you mean
And
you
that's
didn't
no
see how
knock
old
on him.
I was?
Yeah, bro, he came down here
I'm
to
taking.
Miami, and them boys put that thing on him. Them boys screwed him up. Yeah, I'm going with Ray Lewis.
I'm taking Ray Lewis all day, every
You gonna
night.
take Ray Lewis all
It
day?
ain't got nothing to do with the NFL. I don't like. I don't even think that's a comparison. I thought
All
you
right,
wanted
hey,
somebody ball.
all right.
All right.
That's all I got on rap. That's, huh? All right, check this out. NFL. Let's talk about the NFL. Let's switch to the NFL. Appreciate y'all chat for participating in the rapid fire. The Buffalo Bills traded Stephon Diggs to Houston, Texas. Did the Bills make the right decision?
Me
I know the
personally,
Houston made a good decision, but I'm talking about the Bills. Did the Bills make a good decision by giving away Stephon Diggs?
I do. I think it was time. It wasn't. It just wasn't going nowhere. I just think Stephon Diggs played that year there. You would have been serious problems with the Bills. I just think it was time to let it go. I think they made the right decision.
What you think, Dre?
I mean, if we talking about for the locker room and the chemistry and stuff, I guess so. But I just he your best receiver. I don't see where you getting that production from. Uh, do your quarterback feel comfortable with any other receiver like he had got with Diggs? And I just don't know. I wouldn't have done it. I
I
wouldn't have
wouldn't
done
I
it.
either.
think
And you would have had to
one
give me
thing
a
I
pretty.
love one thing I loved about it though.
You would have had to give me a little bit.
Go ahead, Dre.
No, I'm
Go
just
ahead,
saying.
Coach.
I wouldn't have did it.
They
I
didn't get
wouldn't have
nothing
did it.
back in return
They
from
would have had to.
I mean, I don't even look at it as they didn't give it back in return. I just think it was time. It's running course. You just ain't gonna get over the hump with them too. But now who the onus gets puts on right now is Josh Allen. And
yeah,
that's what it really gets put on. All the excuses of this, that, and the third, and it was this player fault and that player fault. You ain't got nobody to blame now. They just took everything from you. Now it's on you. So hey, you gotta take it for what it is now. Now we gonna see if you say you that guy, you say you the man, you want everything on your shoulders. Guess what? It's on your shoulders.
Oh, he that guy now, Rob. You think he ain't that guy?
He ain't proven it in the big games.
I mean, he throws a couple of interceptions, but shoot.
You got at some point, man. You got to prove it in the big games, and you done been in big games. You done been
Yeah, you
in
don't
big
been
games.
in the big game.
So you can't. I mean, how many opportunity you gonna get now? I can't say you can probably take a Josh Allen and you start comparing him to like a Peyton Manning, right? It took Peyton Manning a while to get over the hump, and once he got over the hump, he wouldn't won a Super Bowl, right? And then he
Right,
goes to Denver and does it again. So Josh Allen might be on that situation, but Josh Allen also went throwing to two Hall of Famers too, also at the
right,
receiver position, and had a solid tight end with Dallas. So you can't, and had a solid running game. So you can't be mad at that. But I just think it's gonna take some time for Allen to get over the hump, because it's gonna be hard to beat a Kansas City Chiefs team um right now. That's his hurdle. It's just beating the Kansas City Chiefs.
right.
And once he finally does beat the Kansas City Chiefs, he more likely probably win the Super Bowl that year.
Really flaws there. Weren't they over the cap? I think they was over the cap.
And
I
I
think they
believe I
was.
believe the Bills was, but
I
they
think
they
they.
need to do something though. It
Yeah,
was coming. Now I think that they should have made this move way earlier and didn't let go of their other wide receiver. But it is what it is. Teach your own.
That's what
It's
I'm
always
saying. I
about the
think
business.
it's like it's like you rebuilding and you already got a quarterback. I don't get that. Like you already got a quarterback and you trying to rebuild. I don't understand it, but I mean,
I
to
don't
each his
understand it
own.
either.
You just made
That's
one of my
thrown way
teams
back in the
better.
division to me. That's thrown way
Right.
back. How you think Aaron Rodgers gonna come out this year for the Jets? How they gonna come out?
I mean, he got to stay
Gunslinging.
healthy. If he get hurt, I think. Yeah, I mean, if he stay healthy, if he can stay upright, yeah. But
Right,
my thing is, he getting older. Did he really heal like he should? And if he get hurt one more time, I think he gonna have to call it quits. Uh, but I hope he stay healthy. I want him, because he all time great in my book. But I just don't know. And do you got the offensive line to keep him healthy? Because he ain't gonna be mobile. He definitely ain't gonna be able to move around that great. So I just hope they got an offensive line.
yeah.
I I truly believe Aaron Rodgers stays healthy. The Jets win the division. That's just how
Yeah,
I look at it.
yeah. I see the same
I mean,
thing.
you win and added pieces to the offensive line. You went and add a receiver, Mike Williams. You went and add some pieces on the defensive side of the ball. Like, now, all you got to do is go draft decent. You got opportunity. But with what the Buffalo's Bills losing so much of their high end talent and replacing them, you got to see now. So,
Man, this female name really, what the name? Really flop. Boy, she throwing some haymakers in here all day. She must know sports.
he does.
Okay, all right. Check this out. Coach Drake on. Okay, Rob, make a case for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Make a case for which quarterback can start for Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson. The other quarterback, Justin.
Russell Wilson's gonna start. Russell Wilson's gonna start. Justin Fields gonna be the backup. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I ain't even
Hey,
gonna
you don't
go.
think he got no chance? No
No,
chance?
no. It's not. It's
You
not
know?
that. It's not that. I just think the plan is already in place. You don't go sign Russell Wilson and then trade for Justin Fields if you don't have a plan. I think that's the ultimate plan. Is, hey, Russell Wilson, he's the starter. Justin Fields, we just want you to sit back and learn, and we finna reset your clock and let you mature as a young quarterback, and develop the traits that you should have had when you was in Chicago. This is a
Okay.
reset for Justin Fields' career. That's all this is. Now it's just about getting it right, and I think that's truly what that's gonna happen. But who am I?
Okay. But I think Justin Fields got a chance, man. That's my homeboy. I think he got a chance, bro. I think he got a chance. If they give him the chance.
That's my thing. I just think it's Russell Wilson's job, and Russell Wilson has to either play poorly or get hurt for Justin Fields to take over.
Ooh,
That's just how
boy.
I view it.
Oh, boy, you throw the dagger then. You throw the
I,
dagger
I'm
then.
just I'm just being honest, because one thing you can count for, right? The Steelers are going to have a good defense. You can count for that all day long. As long as TJ Watt is healthy, they're going to have a good defense. Now it's just, can you get a quarterback to complete 65 to 70% of their passes and the wide receivers catch the ball? Because
Oh
they
yeah.
are throwing some decent balls to them and the wide receivers dropping the ball. But as
Right.
long as they wide receivers catch the ball and the quarterback completes 65 to 70% of the catches and the throws, they'll be fine. Now, my question with the Steelers is, I don't know how good their offensive line play is going to be. That has been a problem
Okay.
in the previous couple years. But one thing about the Steelers, they find a way to win the game. I don't care if it's ugly, if it's by a big lead. They just find a way to win
Yeah.
football games. And that's all you can ask
Right.
for. Is just give me a puncher's chance in the fourth quarter to go win the game. And I think they got that. And they got Mike Tomlin. So they're never out of it. So I got to give credit where credit's due on that part. Mike
Yeah.
Tomlin ain't had a losing season. So they going to have a
Not
winning season.
one. Not one. Not one. But check this out. Is Michael Penix, the quarterback for Washington, getting overlooked in this NFL upcoming draft? You
Say
think
that
he get
again.
overlooked?
Say that one more time.
Michael Penix, the quarterback from Washington that entered the NFL draft, you think he getting overlooked by the rest because of the rest of the quarterback that's coming out?
I don't think he's getting overlooked. I just think when it comes to injuries, NFL teams start acting weird. And when he had the two injuries that he sustained in college and working himself back through, uh, NFL teams, they're worried. You know what I'm saying? Because how long are you going to last in the league with those type of injuries, right? That's the risk that you run. So we'll see.
What you think about Michael Penix, Coach Ray? Think he getting overlooked? You hear me?
He my guy. I like Michael Penix. I think he. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, Michael
I hear
Penix,
you.
my guy. He my guy. I think he's. Me honestly, I think he the quarterback in the draft. I really think he the best quarterback in the. But but he my guy. If I'm drafting somebody, I'm taking Michael Penix.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's who I'm taking myself, man. I'm taking that. All right, let's. We ain't got long. What we got? About 5 more minutes. Uh, that's the ending on Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. So, how do you think the linebacker group gonna perform this year for Colorado? And who? You hear me? Hear me, Coach Dre? Chat, y'all, help me out. How you
I
think
heard
that
you.
linebacker group gonna come out for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo, the linebacker group? Think they gonna come together, get it together this year?
Can you hear him?
I can't hear him.
Can't hear you. So for me, I do. I believe they will get it done. I do think they will go out. I don't think. I know they're probably going to go out and get another linebacker to help out this linebacker room. It's everything's being evaluated right now. When you look at this linebacker room, do we have all the pieces that we need? I think we're about a piece or two away in the linebacker room to really solidify that room. I would love for us to add a playmaker linebacker. Sideline to sideline, can
Yeah.
play and run our pass, doesn't have to come off the field. I would love for us to add that. Will we be able to add it in the spring portal? It's still to remain to be seen. But I'm not counting out Coach Hart and his ability to coach, because when you
Okay.
look at the obstacles that he had to face last year with his linebacker room and the defensive line, what they put in front of him, it's gonna be it just didn't make sense. So this year I think he elevates this linebacker crew. And another thing is the linebackers being healthy. It's the main thing.
All right.
But also I just truly believe we're gonna have a better front up in front of the linebackers. And that's the real thing for us. Yes, you could say the linebackers follow each other, the linebacker play was terrible, this, that, and third. But you also got to look at what did we really accomplish on that defensive line that can help the linebackers to put them in a better position. You can turn on tape and you can see it from different angles where our linebackers, it looked real suspect. But also, there's going to be some improvement. All right. And with our defense line improving, that's going to help out the linebacker play. Go ahead, Coach Jay. You're on mute.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Coach Hart going. I mean, I think we're gonna be better because of the simple fact is he's done had these guys for a whole year, and then the boys that just came in like Webster and them guys already done played.
He froze up. Okay. That's all right. Hey, just want to say I appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you for everything that y'all have done, participating in the chat. And Rod, I just want to say I appreciate you for being with me on Sundays. Like I told you on the phone, ever since I hooked up with you, I just started in January the 7th. Now it's April the 7th. I had 500 subscribers, but ever since I hooked up with you, I gained almost 80. So I appreciate you for being a good sportsman, uh, willing to help people and guide me through this YouTube thing. I appreciate you. It's kind of strange. I be telling my supervisor, I said, I got my mentor. She said, that's your brother? I said, no. I said, nigga, he my brother. He said, how you gonna be your mentor? He look younger than you. I said, hey, it don't age, ain't nothing but a number. I said, he know his stuff. He just know his stuff. But I really
I mean,
appreciate you, bro. And like I
it's one
say,
thing
I
I would
always
say.
check out your panel. That really flop. She be on your panel.
Yeah.
That's why she knows so much stuff. Okay, I kept looking at it and I said, man, this name sounds familiar. But when I looked at your broadcast, I think you did one last Monday. I think y'all did it in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, what y'all doing coming on in the afternoon? Cause I was on my break. Maybe Joe came out there and said, really, you on YouTube at work, really, Bernard? I said, I didn't know Rob was coming on this time. Cause
Oh no, so
then
yeah,
I said, and then when I looked at your screen, what your panel, that's why I saw that name right there. I said, she know a lot of football. She in her chat. So that's what it came to. I didn't mean no harm by that, Miss Flaw. I'm sorry, but it's good that the females are into the conversation as well. Man, I appreciate you, bro. Like I say, couldn't have done it without you. Sunday night's one of my biggest nights, man. Like I say, I appreciate everything you and Coach Drake has done and everything. Cause I first started watching you before you came aboard with me. I said, man, this dude keeps saying all this stuff. This dude don't know nothing. But every time you make a prediction, boy, it had come true. I said, man, this dude do know what he's talking about. So, man, hey, man, I appreciate you, bro. Like I say, I'll be watching your show. Keep up doing the good work. I'm praying for you and Coach Drake and also your panel and your followers that y'all have a good year. And matter of fact, my girlfriend, she bought my ticket to Colorado pregame for the
spring
celebration
game.
spring game. So I got that today. I said, "You ain't about to?" She said, She said, "Oh, you ain't going?" I said, "Okay." I'm a party like a rock star out there. But give me your last word, Rob. We're gonna get out of here, man.
Man, first I'll just appreciate you for having us on as always. To the subscribers, I know y'all missed us being on in the afternoon. Y'all been warning where we at, what we doing. It's a lot of behind the scenes things that we can't talk about publicly yet. But we got something in store for a lot of you guys. Some things, some exclusive stuff that you guys normally don't see. That we're working on. So y'all just be patient with us. Just stay rocking with us. I promise y'all this thing is gonna go to another level. And we just so thankful that we're able to help and a lot of people. Um, what I will say is we're gonna have a class on Router Man Media. It's gonna be a private class if you want to get involved. And it's gonna be talking about elevating if you have a YouTube channel, elevating your value on YouTube, elevating your presence on YouTube, or elevating, say, if you're a manager or supervisor, elevating how to elevate people to another level to help you elevate to in your life. So we're gonna do a little private class on that. If you want to join or how to join the class, all you gotta do is reach out to us on social medias or email us, and we'll get back to you. But we are going to do a private class on how to elevate managers, supervisors, and uplift people and bring them to a different level. So if it's something that you're aspiring to be a manager or a supervisor, or you're a manager supervisor, and how to elevate people to a different level, we're here for that. Um, I feel like every day all I do is life coach people. So if you need some help with, in that realm of, and just want to talk about life and, and helping that part, you can also reach out to us for that. But thank you guys as always. Thank you guys to all the sponsors that sponsor us these previous Sundays and let's continue to sponsor us in the future Sundays. We appreciate that. That goes a long way. Y'all go support BWatts. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. And we're going to bring y'all more things to come. We got a couple more special guests to come on Sunday. Y'all just be patient. A couple of y'all favorite content creators might pull up on Sunday. Y'all never know and come join. So y'all just be patient as we do this Sunday show. It's going to elevate every Sunday, and we're going to add more people to this show. And it might not be all in one show, but we're going to elevate and put somebody on each show as a special guest, as a partnership with us. So y'all just be patient and continue to rock with us. And as
All right.
always, man, it's nothing but love.
But Rob, I'm gonna let you work on Miss really flawed enjoying the show. I'm gonna let you work on that one Sunday.
I
If
got,
you
I
can get
got
it,
it.
if she'll participate, I'll let you work on that. Yeah,
Okay.
that name look familiar now. But when you going live again? When you got another show coming up this week? I don't want you to catch
We
me off guard like you did
now
last time. Now I don't want to
now
lose
we
my
got
job, bro.
now we got about 3 or 4 shows that we're gonna put out this week.
Okay.
There might be 2 live, 2 podcasts. We ain't finalized what we're gonna do totally yet. But we'll probably do about 3 or 4 shows. Sunday shows, that's a lot guaranteed. We got that locked in every Sunday.
Oh yeah.
But I'm talking about outside the Sunday show.
Yeah.
We probably got like 3 or 4 shows we're gonna do. 2 of them might be podcasts, 2 of them might be lives, or we might do 3 lives and 1 podcast. Depending on everybody's time frame, everybody's time schedule of who's coming on the podcast. That's really what's gonna come down to. But we got some things that we got coming down the pipelines.
Okay. All right, buddy. Hey man, once again, I appreciate everybody. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the videos with your friends, and also if you hadn't subscribed to Rod's channel, go over there and do so right now if you don't mind. I want to thank the sponsors. Man, I'll tell you, I've been getting a lot of emails. Man, I didn't know that many people were watching the show that had business, but they want to help and contribute in a way they can, man. I appreciate y'all for doing that. Once again, I appreciate you, Rod and Coach Dre. Man, y'all the best. And I hope y'all have a good week. Until next Sunday, y'all be blessed, man.
Peace.
All right, chat. Appreciate y'all. Now I got to run this advertisement before I go off. I got to give him a last one to end the broadcast so I can send it to him. I got to get me a producer.